guys, what is going on? I go by the name of Peteonthebeat. I would like to welcome you to another Q&A video on my YouTube channel. In this video I would like to answer a specific question. The question comes from Jerzy Roginski. So right now I'm about to read the question real quick and then I'm gonna do my best in order to provide the answer for this question. So here's the question. Bam! I have been doing keto for like 6 months and I do this 1 meal a day thing, but I think I'm not getting enough calories because I feel shitty. I was only having 1850 calories and 170 grams of fat. I'm 5'9", 179 pounds. Just want to get down to 8% body fat. So the first thing that I would like to recommend you to do is to not be too concerned about your current body fat percentage. The very first thing, if I can put it like this is the whole foundation of everything, is to figure out what are the foods and the actual quantities of those foods that will allow you to live this Omad lifestyle, which means all the foods that will keep your blood sugar level stable throughout the whole day. You will feel great. You should not feel shitty. I'm not so sure what do exactly mean by shitty, but I assume you feel bad. This might be some kind of a tiredness, brain fog. You probably have some sort of a keto flu if you're familiar with the keto flu. In my personal opinion, you are not able to get enough nutrients with that amount of calories. I definitely believe you should up your calories at least for a while. The second thing that I would like to recommend you is to basically check the actual ketogenic diet that you follow. If you feel shitty on keto, eating 1 meal a day plan, this definitely tells me that you're probably not that well adapted. You see, you're not that highly adapted. So I believe you should definitely start from there. You should be able to stay without food throughout the whole day, like without any difficulties. And this is the actual thing that I'm trying to teach you guys. I always talk about this. You're probably new to this YouTube channel and you do not know how I actually adapted. You can find out more if you scroll through my videos or if you check my website peteonthebeat.com. I wrote an article about this experiment because a subscriber of mine asked me. When I felt extremely confident, when I felt home not eating, the first thing that I did was to do this experiment. I started eating 5 meals per week and it was not a problem. And there were no difficulties. Like on top of everything, I was sleeping for 5 hours per day, like total amount of sleep, because I was also currently experimenting with that polyphasic sleep protocol. If you're familiar with the Everyman and the Uberman, I was experimenting with the Everyman and I was doing extremely well, exercising 6 days per week, twice a day splits. No, I was not doing compound exercises besides the front squat once or twice a week and some rack pulls with my back training. For the most part, I prefer to use plenty of volume. I hope that makes sense, but you should feel home during the fasted state. You should feel actually better, way better. When a person really adapts, he or she starts to feel like 10 times better, probably 1,000 times better. This is exactly how I felt when I adapted to the 1 meal a day plan on top of my ketogenic diet. I felt like I was reborn. For the first time in my life, I was like full of energy. The people who are adapted, they know exactly what I'm talking about. So the second thing that I would like to encourage you to do is to check the types of fats that you consume. You told me that 170 grams is the total amount of fat that you take per day, if I can put it like this. You probably already know these guys. You probably also know this Jerzy Roginski. The types of the fats, the types of the proteins and the types of the carbohydrates, even the types of the carbohydrates are not the same. They will not produce the same or identical results in your body. The different types of fats, they will not produce the same or even identical results when you ingest them in your body. So I'm not so sure what are the exact types of fats that you're currently using, but for the most part I prefer to rely on animal fats, you see, because our body fat, our stored fat, the closest thing to that type of fat, if I can put it like this, to the human fat, are the animal fats. So once you adapt your body to burn those types of fats, you're gonna be able to rely on your own fat stores really easy, believe it or not. So this is the second thing that I would like to recommend you. The third thing is something that is extremely overlooked and underestimated by plenty of the ketogenic gurus out there, and this is the protein intake. As long as I can remember, in one of your previous comments under one of my previous videos on this channel, you asked me how exactly I schedule my workouts throughout the day, and I told you about the prolonged fasted state and all that. So you probably train, I'm not so sure what is the exact type of training that you're currently doing, but if you break down muscle tissue on a day-to-day basis, especially if you're involved in strength training, if you're interested in improving your physique and whatnot, I definitely encourage you to not underestimate the importance of the protein intake, of the proper protein intake. What is a proper intake? A protein intake that will allow you to recover from your heavy training sessions and will allow your body to rebuild and actually grow new muscle tissue. And here I would like to give you my personal experience, because I'm completely aware of the fact that plenty of other people, other fitness enthusiasts out there can relate to this. Me personally, I prefer to stay 80% of the time on fats and proteins, like complete proteins, animal fats and all that good stuff, but I'm not able to maintain that lifestyle with low to moderate amounts of protein. So I most of the time stay on almost equal amounts fats and proteins, and this is the main reason why I love the old school principles that much. Not Joe either, but like Vince Gironda or Vince Gironda. For example, meats and eggs, steaks and eggs. Main reason is because those diets are based around foods that contain almost like 50-50, almost like equal amounts of fats and proteins. Those are the best foods for me. They allow me to recover from 2 fasted training sessions, and I grow new muscle tissue, and I do whatever the fuck I want to do throughout the day on top of everything. Like when the weather is on point, I'm able to sleep for not more than 6 hours per night. You probably already know this if you're familiar with this YouTube channel. This is exactly how you should feel. This should be your first goal. Once you get there, you can start play around and basically do certain adjustments on your caloric intake, or if you prefer, on your daily food intake. But those are the first things that you really have to figure out if you really want to reach success with that lifestyle. I cannot stress this enough. This is the most important thing. And additional tip that I would like to give you, because I believe this is a killer tip: buy yourself a glucometer. I'm completely aware of the fact that not everybody is able to get their hands immediately on Precision Extra. So if you're one of those guys, I highly encourage you to go in the local pharmacy and buy decent quality of glucometer and start to measure blood sugar levels. Once you figure out what are the exact types of foods and quantities that really allow you to live this life, if I can put it like this. And then when you start to feel great, measure your blood sugar levels when you really feel that great. And you can track this and do some kind of a journal, and from there start to consume only the foods and the quantities of food that will allow you to stay in those ranges. So for example, in order to be more specific, for me those are 4.3 to 4.6. My other subscribers probably already know this, because I used to talk a lot more about this in some of my previous Q&As. Every time I feel great, I'm in those ranges, and virtually what I do is I eat only foods that allow me to do this. Post-workout, pre-workout, those are my ranges. Probably there's a little bit of fluctuation here and there, which means I can go like 4.1 or 4.8, but this is like extremely rare and uncommon. The last thing that I would like to add is to basically encourage you to think about the whole situation, the bigger picture. Like, if you want to use the 1 meal a day to simply burn more fat because you want to attain a specific look, then you shouldn't do it. Like, the 1 meal a day plan is extremely powerful tool, and it will allow you to do this. Like, the combination with the ketogenic diet is the ultimate thing, in my personal opinion. This is the reason why I started the YouTube channel with making these videos and all that, because I was not able to keep this for me. I really wanted to show this to the others. If you really want to apply all of those like extremely powerful tools just to get below certain body fat percentage, I believe this is pointless. Like, those are tools for overall permanent optimization, if I can put it like this. Those are things for like incredible optimization of every aspect of your life. Definitely the physique will be one of those things, believe it or not. You're gonna be amazed. But the first thing is stay true to yourself and like ask yourself, what are the main reasons why you really want to do this? Make sure you're firstly keto adapted. If you're really keto adapted, you should not feel shitty when you're not eating. So yeah, I hope I answered your question. I hope everything I said makes sense to you. I would like to thank you for stopping on my page and giving me comments and whatnot. So yeah guys, I would like to thank you for watching this video. Please stay tuned for more. Have a nice one. Go and make those Omad gains. Peace.